We have an identity crisis. This isn't news, but when you stop to think about it, it is kind of strange. In 2015, the Division of Agriculture had over 2 million contacts with Arkansans of all walks of life. We have 1,200 employees that are strategically located across the state. 1,200. We're the same size as Riceland Foods and First Simmons Bank. But why is it that so few understand who we are and what we do? Well, this is a question we probably all ask ourselves at some point. And over the last few months, we've deliberated on this. I and others in the Division of Agriculture have had many discussions with facilitators about what we mean to our stakeholders and partners. We started on a strategic plan, but we soon realized that what we needed was a new way to see who we are and what we do. Today, I'm here to share with you a new mission, vision, and values, and a brand promise. This is based upon our core beliefs and our strengths. It should be clarity in a field of confusion and a compass that we can use for our future. Our mission. We strengthen families, communities, and agriculture by connecting trusted research to the adoption of best practices. Through our linkage between research and extension, we're unique that we can take scientific discoveries and deliver to the people that will utilize our expertise. Think about who those people are. Our farmers, our families, our youth, our communities, our agribusinesses, and our government agencies. In the past, we defined ourselves by the hundreds of programs, the activities, and the teachings that we offer. We, as the institution within higher education that reach more Arkansans than anybody else, we need to shift our focus from talking about what we do to talking about why we do things. If you think about our role, our mission, we're not only the source for unbiased science and research-based solutions, but we also have the passion, the dedication, and the expertise to share. Vision. When we looked in the mirror to try to define ourselves, we saw a kaleidoscope of hundreds of different pieces. There was a common denominator then through that. We foster change and we facilitate prosperity. Our vision. The Division of Agriculture will be the catalyst of prosperity for Arkansas through knowledge and innovation that nourish our families, farms, community, and environment. We do not simply nudge people from one part of the scale to the other, but what we do is truly transformative. Values. What are the values that we work from, and why do our partners and our stakeholders have value in us? Integrity. Integrity can be defined as a firm adherence to a code of moral or artistic values. We need both our professional and our personal integrity to guide our science and our conduct. Collaboration. Working together. We don't work in a vacuum, but we are stronger when we work together than we are when we work individually. Our value are the working relationships and the partnerships that we have with our stakeholders, the other universities, the state and federal agencies. When we work together, we are stronger off of it. Collaboration is also the key that links what we do in research to what we do to extension and bonds us together for our education mission. Accountability. This is obviously an auditing term, but it's something that's more important. We within the Division of Agriculture, the public expects us to act in the public interest. We must be good stewards and efficient in our use of not only our resources, but the public trust. Relevance. How does our work fit into the daily lives of our stakeholders? How does it help them in the jobs that they are performing? How do we stay relevant to an industry that's characterized by technological change, dynamic global markets, and shifting policies? Well, we must be dedicated to relevance, and we do that through listening, through innovation and discovery, and lifelong learning. Excellence. Excellence is the aspect of everything that we do. This is a quality that we need to aspire to. It should translate into, when we're looking at the transformation of the people that we work with and for, the excellence that we have should help us much more effective into it. This is a consistent goal that each and every one of our employees need to work through. So if we look at our values, we have the I, integrity. C, collaboration. A, accountability. R, relevance. E, excellence. I care. I hope that's the premise for all of us as we work in the Division of Agriculture. Now let's move to our brand promise. A brand promise is really our commitment to our stakeholders and partners. Let me say that again. That's what we as a Division of Agriculture commit to the stakeholders and the partners that we have. We serve with a zeal to help others. Think about that for a minute. At the first time, probably one word stands out there: zeal. If we turn to Mr. Webster, is a feeling of interest and enthusiasm that makes someone very eager or determined to do something. Does that sound like us? Well, zeal is an uncommon word, but its choice was deliberate. It is really what I hope reflects why each of us chose a career path within the Division of Agriculture. If you think about the service that we provide, it's a word that should remind us of why we are all here. Despite all the long hours, the mundane, the routine, and the ever-increasing paperwork that we all have. Why do we do it? Because of our zeal to help others. We serve. We serve others. So I care and we serve. Now let's talk about where we go from here. Well, in the next year, we'll be working together to develop a strategic programmatic plan that we will have, an outreach to demonstrate our value to the public and to instill a willingness and a desire to invest in our programs. This should serve as a foundation that we will have that for not only for us to communicate better about who we are and what we do, but it should also be an inspiration for people to continue to invest in our programs. So I thank you for what you've done this past year, and I look forward to working with you in the future. Thank you.